Today we're taking another look at the 2025 recruiting class, and today we're shining a spotlight on 4-star safety Elijah Dotson, who signed with Michigan. We're going to look at his highlights. We're going to look at his 24/7 Sports player profile page. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now because we're looking at the 2025 recruiting class player by player every day. So when these guys start making plays on the field, you know a little something about them. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're starting off with this 24/7 Sports player profile page. If you're here for just the highlights, fast forward like 3 minutes, you'll get there. But we're covering his page real quick so you know about him before we look at the highlights. 4-star prospect here by 24/7 Sports. Could be different on other recruiting sites, but we're doing the analysis through the highlights, really. 6'2", 180. We got good length here, and this is dated. These are always going to be dated, so this is probably different. So if you got a different number, let us know below. Ranked as the 11th best safety in the composite, 7th in the rankings there. 21 offers. Market fairly good for him when it comes to college football teams, programs pursuing him. Michigan is where we're locked into. Pittsburgh tried to get at him. Also got some MAC schools as well. They got him as a Power 4 starter and compared to Xavier McKinney. Played a little bit of everything from safety, corner, receiver, return man, and some wildcat quarterback in high school. Has above average size and plays physically. Will put his face in the run. He's a good tackler, and he can cover. He has good ball skills too. He's versatile. So this is going to be a fun player. When I think about the versatility, I do think of a Michigan Wolverine, and that's what Michigan usually recruits. From what I saw last year and the year before, as we've been doing this series, going player by player, that is a trend for Michigan. Multi-purpose, versatile players, lunch pail players. That is what I see. This sounds like a Michigan type of kid. I'm excited about that. Decommitted from Pitt. We did a video on that back then when he did that, but we're in the offseason now. We got to look at him again. 66 tackles in 2023. We do have some good production there. Let's take a look at the highlights. Let's see what he's working with on the field. Let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Michigan fans, you better hit that subscribe button because I'm pumping out a lot of Michigan videos lately. We're in that part of the rankings where the Wolverines are at, and we are getting another Michigan guy coming down the pipeline on this channel later today, and maybe another. 4 minutes, 22 seconds. Let's rip it. Here we go. Nice catch. Got some burst. And he's got a lot of length. Long strider. Good frame on him as well. Good frame on him. Sample of one play so far. Coming up. Bam! Bam! Let's see another one. I lost him. I ain't gonna lie. There he is. He got the ball. Good jump cut. He knows he has it. That's a sign of speed. When a guy slows up with guys around him, because when you're fast, you know you have it. Oh, nice ball skills. So at safety with ball skills like that, you're going to get some interceptions. You're going to get some interceptions. You need a guy like that. You got Jeremiah Smith. That one game at the end of the season, you need a guy like that. You got a team down south. That team down south, however you guys call it, that loads up at wide receiver. You need a guy with ball skills and length. You got that. You got some burst of speed too. That should have been talked about more in the scouting report. I mean, I did not go word for word over it because we want to get to the clips, but still, he's got some burst. He's got to pop off the step. We got a football player here. You got a football player here. You got a football player here that you might want to explore on the other side of the ball. That's what these clips are saying. You may want to explore that. And why I'm saying that is you got a 5-star quarterback that's going to bring over recruits. And if you get a batch of DBs, you may want to think about it. You have that versatility to do that. You have that versatility to make that move. And that's understandable. I like that. I like that about players. I like it if you're good at multiple positions. And I think a team like Michigan, who's lately had the money ball throughout the recruiting rankings like we've seen, and making smart moves, smart players, versatile players, restructuring that way. Now we got a 5-star quarterback. We got some big-time players coming over. We just got an offensive tackle just recently, earlier, And we talked about that. Ty Haywood, Elijah Dotson, decommitted from Pitt to come here. Hitter. So you got the insurance policy, you got ball skills. Insurance policy against the run, and you got ball skills. I'm not good with player comps on the defensive side of the ball. I've covered offensive side for fantasy for the last decade or so. I will say this, maybe some Ed Reed in him. Maybe some Ed Reed. Ed Reed probably a little bit more explosive, but again, Ed Reed was a grown-ass man when I was watching him. Mostly, and when he was at Miami, I was a little kid. Not little, but I would say that with the hit stick, with the ball skills, he's got speed and pop, though. Boom, nice block. And I'm sure if I said that, he'd love it. If you heard me, I did say it, but I'm sure if he heard it, he'd love it. There we go, good pursuit. Hitter with ball skills. So you know how many guys in the defensive backfield, corner, safety, whatever, in this class that I can describe as a hitter with ball skills? You know how many guys so far down the rankings? Because we've covered 10, 11, 12 safeties so far, and same amount or more of cornerbacks this offseason. Just one, and it's him. You're either a big-time hitter or really good in coverage, but when it comes to both, I say he's the only one. Maybe you got another here that I'm missing that my mental Rolodex isn't spinning to you. Maybe, but it's rare. It ain't like you're getting a lot of that. Like this level, though. To this degree. So you're looking at a cornerback prospect here that has major upside in coverage. Major upside when it comes to screaming up to the line of scrimmage and playing the run. He's very aggressive. He can tackle. He can hit. He can smoke guys. We did not see him much in coverage. However, I don't think we really need to because we're playing back at safety. We saw the ball skills at wide receiver. We saw the feet. We saw the fluidity. We saw how explosive he is. He's also multifaceted. And like I said earlier, you got Bryce Underwood here. Give him a little bit of time this season. But if he plays well like we're expecting to, because he looks like a big-time prospect here, more than just like the casual 5-star, I believe that's going to bring in more recruits, and that's going to bring in more in the transfer portal, more in the recruiting process. And if that happens, you might catch a batch of DBs. And if you catch a batch of DBs and not a batch of wide receivers, you can flip him over. He's got that versatility and add some depth to your team. You guys added some to wide receiver, but you can always use more, especially when you're getting a batch of DBs. And that could happen. Be prepared for that too. Next off season, if Bryce Underwood takes the field and looks good, kind of like DJ Lagway in Florida, you might be seeing a batch of players coming over. And having a player like this who's versatile, who's young, who's working up the depth chart, and his ability to flip to the other side of the ball, if you catch a batch of DBs, you're going to keep him more likely. He's going to see what's coming in. He's going to see the potential of Michigan retooling for another championship run, going deep into the playoffs with what you got there. And he's going to stay more likely, unless he really is gung-ho on playing safety and go somewhere else. But still, you got a batch of DB, so why does it matter to Michigan fans? But still, the versatility is huge. On top of that, tremendous ball skills. I don't throw around player comps for DBs. This is my first one, actually, in like 2 or 3 years. That's why. And Ed Reedish, just a hitter with ball skills. Just something you don't see with that range. Both range when it comes to playing the run, and range when it comes to getting back there, playing the pass, but we saw that mostly at wide receiver. But downfield plays, ball skills, reading trajectory. We did see some picks. He's got a nose for the football. I think this is a tremendous prospect who's also getting slept on in the rankings. He's getting slept on. And 24/7 Sports should have him up a little bit higher. I think when you look at the recruiting process, it's a little bit light on him when it comes to teams and programs. I don't think that really matters. When it comes to the skill set and what you're getting here, a versatile player who's good against the run and the pass, big time. Big time prospect here. And like I said earlier, if you catch a batch on DBs from the portal or recruiting and you need to flip them up, you can. Or maybe you just want to and you do it. He's got that versatility. He's that good. You can use him on kick returns. You can use him a lot. He's got that upside. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. One, thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.